Hi, thanks for joining me. So I'm going to quickly show you how to export a WAV file from GarageBand so that you can import it into another app like OM. So I've got a project here in GarageBand. So let's say I want to combine these two drum tracks, right, this one and this one. So what I can do is I can mute everything except these two, or I can let's just solo these two tracks. Right, so also I'll check that I've got FX turned off. So I've just got some compression. I've got no echo, no reverb on either of these tracks, so that's good. I just want a dry signal to import into ORM because I'm probably going to add effects in ORM itself, right? So I don't want any effects on that. So I just want those two signals dry. So I've got those two things soloed. So what I'll do now is I'll check my levels. So apologies that you can't hear the track here. I'm not actually recording it onto my audio track here, but you can see the levels here, right? So I just adjust these levels. I tend to be a little bit aggressive with these things, so I'm going to say that's okay, that's peaking a little bit. And I'm just checking in the headphones that the relative mix of these two tracks sounds okay to me. Okay, so we're going to call that good. And here again, I'm going to adjust the relative mix of all the instruments in ORM itself, right? So all I want to make sure is that I'm getting sufficient headroom on the submix for these two instruments that I'm going to be recording. So now the next thing I do is I go back to my file view here. So I've got all my songs up here, right? This is the one that I was just editing here. Now the way to export this is just touch and hold on this, and then it pops up a menu, right? And then you say share, so it's down the bottom here, so I say share here. And if I tap on solo, so I'm just going to cover the bottom here because it's going to show my name as I do this, so my name will just appear here as the artist, right? And but what we've got down here is I want this option here, uncompressed WAV file, right? And it's just my information down there, it's just my name information here, which I'm covering. So I select that WAV file and I say share. And then the next thing I do, so this is a little bit tricky, this confused me for a while, but what you need to do is say open in. Just click on that. And here you can see it's exporting the song. So now it's exporting those two tracks that I had selected as a WAV file. And this takes a couple seconds. Done. Okay, so then next step, save to file. So that's exported. And here I can rename it, right? So it's going to save it here on my iPad. Let's give it a new name. What should we call it? Gosh, let's call it Play Me, something like that, and say done. Okay, so that's saved, right? So it's in my tracks folder on my iPad. Oh no, actually I haven't hit save yet. Item will be saved to tracks on my iPad. Sorry, my mistake. So hit save. Boom. Okay, done. So come out of GarageBand, whatever you want to call it, into ORM. I'm going to create a new setup here. So audio. So I'm doing this rather quickly. So I clicked on audio, added an audio channel, and my sources here. I want a file player. This is going to play my WAV file. I tap to load up here. Tap to load a file here. And here, this is my file browser here, so I'm going to go to this and it gives my file browser here. Let's go back. I was in another folder here, clearly. And see if I can find this thing. It was in my tracks folder, I think, wasn't it? And Play Me, here we go. So that's the thing I want to import. And that's basically it, done. So if I play this again, so apologies that you won't be able to hear it, but what you'll be able to see is that, so this is the imported submix or stem, whatever you want to call it, that I imported into ORM. Okay, so that's about it. So thanks very much for watching. I hope that was helpful.